My dear residents of Gros-Islet, on the eve of one of the most important general elections in St. Lucia, permit me as your parliamentary representative to share some reflections with you on the significance of this moment in our history and on my tenure as your constituency representative. First of all, let me thank you, the people of Gros-Islet, for the opportunity you afforded me to serve you when you elected me to be your parliamentary representative in 2011. Before that date, my life has been one of national service in different professional occupations. Since that date, it has been one of continuous community service in the constituency of Gros-Islet for the people of Gros-Islet. There were two areas which demanded my constant attention. They are road and youth development. Over the last 3 decades, the development of Gros-Islet has exploded in an unplanned manner, leading to a deterioration of the road network in the constituency. The most persistent demand from all communities in Gros-Islet has been for road rehabilitation and construction. And so, over the last 4.5 years, we have spent every dollar of the $7 million allocated to Gros-Islet from the Taiwanese monies on roads and infrastructural development. With central government and the Taiwanese fund, we have built no less than 38 roads and built 4 bridges in the Gros-Islet constituency. However, due to the magnitude of the problem and the limited funding resources available, we have literally only begun to scratch the surface. If the road in your area has not received attention, it is not because we have ignored you, but simply because all roads cannot be undertaken and completed at the same time, given the limited financial resources at our disposal. And so, this road construction will continue in the new term when over $100 million of roadworks is planned for the Gros-Islet constituency. In the desperate battle being waged by my opponent to be re-elected to Parliament for Gros-Islet in this 2016 general election, truth has become a victim of his panic. I have been accused of claiming his projects as mine and of closing down ICT centers that he had built. The truth is that we had to complete a number of projects that he was unable to finish due to his poor planning and lack of vision. The prime example being the Gros-Islet HRDC, which needed almost $7 million to complete. The ICT centers in Moshi, Labon, Rivière-Mitan were not shut down because he established them, but were temporarily closed simply because they needed to be improved. In some cases, the structures were poor. In some cases, all the computers were not functioning. And in Labon in particular, a small wooden house whose rental was worth about $500 a month was being leased for $2,500 a month to house the ICT center. And the location and structure was found unsuitable by the Ministry of Social Transformation. This was untenable and had to be ended until new quarters could be located. This has been done, and in fact, work on refurbishing that new center is in progress. Our second priority has been youth development, providing employment opportunities for the youth through workshops, seminars, and training programs that prepared young persons to recognize and create self-employment opportunities, and through projects for direct employment, such as the cruise ship program. We have also improved their skills in areas like the arts and have given significant support to sports development. We have established the Frank Noville Center for Creative Arts, and Gros-Islet now has a youth council. Thirdly, We have been concerned with the social welfare of constituents, and throughout these 4.5 years, I have grounded with you in your churches, your cultural activities, your schools, your homes, with our elderly, and recognized and honored the services and hard work of our outstanding residents in Gros-Islet in all walks of life. The farmer, the fisher, the youth, the mother, the father, etc. However, I have not only been your parliamentary representative, but also the country's Minister of Commerce, Business Development, Investment, and Consumer Affairs. And in that capacity, my focus has been on supporting micro and small business enterprises, creating an enabling environment for investment, and protecting you, the consumers of this country. As you are aware, investor confidence has returned to our country and to our government. And in the area of consumer protection, I'm proud to say that I was finally able to have Parliament accept and pass the Consumer Protection Act, which enshrines our rights as consumers and will end the grievances consumers have endured from time immemorial. Finally, I want to say that this general election is not just about Emma Hippolyte or my opponent, but it is about you, the people of Gros-Islet, you, the people of St. Lucia. Those from the United Workers' Party are claiming that we are afraid, and the phrase, your pair. And yes, we have reason to be afraid, but we are not afraid of the United Workers' Party in an election, but we are afraid of placing our country in the hands of persons like my opponent, who proved from 2006 to 2011 that they are totally unfit to be in charge of the government of this country, and who therefore would be an even greater disaster if they are given the position again, for they will be emboldened to commit even more abuses of governance than they did in the past and ultimately wreck this country of ours. On June 6, 2016, I ask you, therefore, the people of Gros-Islet, to re-elect Emma Hippolyte for Gros-Islet, so that I can continue the service I have been giving you for the last 4.5 years, and so that our country can continue on the path of stability and progress to which it has been restored by our St. Lucia Labour Party government. I want to thank you for your time, your patience, your prayers, and I want to thank you in advance for voting Emma Hippolyte and the St. Lucia Labour Party on Monday, 6th of June. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless our beloved country, St. Lucia.
We vote in Emma. We vote in Emma. We vote in Emma.